Very important question, or the reality worth looking at, about how we grew up and what did we learn about love. What did we learn about that? What did we learn about this world? What did we learn about ourselves? What did experience really teach us? What have we learned from our unique life experiences? It's a very, very important question. I really encourage you to take a look at that and to ask yourself that. And as you do that, as you ask yourself that, you will find answers for yourselves. That's actually where you find all the answers within yourself. But as we have become so disconnected from ourselves, well, it's part of the practice to remember who we really are, and that takes work. Or rather, that takes time. And time, the idea of time being money, is a matter of using time to figure it out for yourself, to find the answers for yourself. This is not really possible if you're just driven, if you're always trying to get somewhere, because you don't have time. Then your time is being controlled by forces outside of you. You also cannot find out about this if you take what other people say or do personal. I mean, that's what we do anytime we argue with somebody, when we get offended by somebody. Yeah, we're taking that personal, we're comparing it to ourselves, and then, oh, okay, if I don't like it, if I don't agree with it, then I argue with you, and then I tell you what I think. But what's happening there is I stop listening. And listening here is a matter of, well, simply to listen, to open yourself up what is being said by another person, regardless if you like it or not, if you agree with it or not, but to simply listen it for the sake of understanding. And I think that's the only thing really that will help us to come together as one. And so the key here really is communication. And that is really what Kind Ding and Realize to Actualize offers. Communication classes, courses, English, German, but you just begin on the practice to start thinking for yourself about these matters, and then to direct your thoughts in order to begin on the process of your own evolution. That's the evolution of consciousness that begins right here, right now. There's no need to wait for any time in the future, because the future is now. And the future begins with your next thought. And ultimately you have the power to direct your thinking. So welcome again to Kind Ding, realizetoactualize.com, kindding.com, check it out. Nice to meet you, my name is Christoph. I'm taking a little power walk, I'm trying to do that every day now. Get some exercise going on here, which is as physical exercise. And what Kind Ding also offers here, and Realize to Actualize, is mind exercise. Like when things happen that are upsetting, always remember, stay in love. Don't give into the temptation of the darkness, which is all about the fear, which is when you get upset, when you take it personal, when you begin to argue with the other person. And that negative energy, raises negative vibrations. And these vibrations, these old vibrations, are part of the old consciousness, which is all fear-based. And so this here is about the new consciousness, which is, well, the opposite of fear, is love-based. That's something I learned a little bit about. Well, after my experiences, of course, that's how you learn. That's how we all learn, through our own experiences. But my personal experiences, I learned from those. Being in America, first in Kansas, my marriage was a very difficult time. And then after that, moving from Kansas to San Francisco, and the energy of the people there, wow, very different from the people here in Germany. That's for sure. But wherever we are, that's where we're at. And there's really no place like home. So welcome to that. Welcome home. Nice to have you here with me. I hope got you interested to learn a little bit more. To experience that really the power of now. I love that concept. You can also read a little bit about that on my websites. But yeah, come to paltalk.com, which is an internet chat community. It's online chat, but it's more than that. It's like online radio, which I've been doing for quite some time, and I really enjoy doing that. So check it out, and let's be new. in the experience of being now, of being present. And that is really the power of now in action. That's the real power of now. And as you might know by now, Realize to Actualize concerns itself with, well, the nature of reality and how we create our own reality depending on what we focus on. Where our attention goes, energy flows. What we think about creates our reality. And yeah, perception is reality. We all perceive differently. Because of this we are divided. Not just Muslims and Christians. And Jewish people and atheists. Whatever religion you have, people with from different political parties, different opinions. Those things divide us, but they're only superficial. And so if we go beyond that, and if we open ourselves up to the reality beyond perception, we can really get in touch with that which is real. And that's the point here, about the real power of now, or to be real. To be real, which is possible only if we open ourselves up also to the reality of another person, without evaluations or judgments or criticism in any shape or form, for whatever reason. Because the only thing really, well, that's really the key. The only thing that really matters is that we're here to learn from each other. And we're all students, and we're all teachers, and we're all mirrors. And yeah, and when somebody irritates us, when somebody upsets us, the reason is because there's something within us we don't like to see. And that is being reflected back by the other person. But so when we understand that, we can learn, we can practice to not argue with people anymore. Because whatever people say or do, other people outside of us, whatever they say or do is a reflection of who they are. It's about them. And for example, when they're argumentative with you or when they're negative towards you, they're reflecting onto you their own negativity, their own anger, their own drama. Which, again, when you argue, you take it on and you reflect it back, that negativity. But what you can do to prevent that from happening, if you just open yourself up to learn about the other person, however they are. But that is only possible, of course, it's very important. The most difficult thing in life, probably, which is also the most important thing in life, is not to take the behavior of other people personally. To evolve in my consciousness, to recognize that this is their energy that comes from them, that has nothing to do with me whatsoever. It's only what they see in me that they feed off on, that they react to. And we all do react to each other in one way or another. I think it would be much wiser if we learn to respond to each other in an intelligent, mature, non-emotional way, so we can really learn each other. So we can get to know each other, and through this we can really get to know ourselves, which is what I've come to find really, that's what the journey is all about. And through this to gain true knowledge of self.